Everybody's showing up there
People are quitting their
solid.
jobs. People are
Yeah.
they're jumping and getting dumped, and they're just to devote all this for plastic trophy. No money. It's
Yeah.
not like the '90s or early 2000s where you can get get a deal with Muscle Mag
Yeah,
and
you win the show,
muscular
you
development.
sign a contract
Yeah,
that day.
yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Paradise Pump. And today we have a special guest, Chris Knox, 2025 USA, NBC USA Bodybuilding Championships overall winner.
Sir, it's Mr. USA.
What did I say?
Just use
Oh, USA.
it's
Works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
USA Championships. That's what they call it. But he is Mr. USA. Yes.
Official title, Mr. USA.
Thanks for having me on again.
Yeah, man. So, what you got? What you been up to? What do you got going on for the next year? What's happening?
Well, been in prep. I started this prep a little shorter. I think I started at 16 weeks out and getting ready for New York, making my pro debut. Currently like 8 weeks and 5 days out, I believe. Just testing the waters. Not sure exactly how I'm gonna fall in this lineup because this is one of the tougher shows. But just testing the waters, and then after that, we're gonna hit two more shows on the West Coast, Cal and Legion, and then probably shut down the season because I know I need to be bigger. But
Mm,
again, I don't know where I'm gonna fall. Yeah, so
okay.
that's pretty much all I've been doing. Just getting ready for my pro debut.
How much, or not that it matters, but like, what do you think you're going to come in at? How much weight? How much do you think you're going to weigh in?
I don't know. It's weird because typically I'm like 245 right now, and then last year my weight plateaued. Like I got down as low as 230, but my weight went back up to 240. So I would say still around 235 on stage. It
Okay.
depends. So it fluctuates
Mm,
after my refeeds and stuff. But to be lean like where I need to be, because I wasn't lean enough at USA's, probably 235 or even lower possibly.
you weren't lean enough, but you still won the overall.
Luckily they went with a big full look
Okay.
because I know backstage in my head I was like, this is not my usual condition. It's just
Yeah,
a different look. Yeah.
I see. Yeah, you tend to be coming in a lot drier than.
Yeah. But the dryer look is a lot flatter and smaller. And
Yeah,
luckily, the judging criteria this time was the full look.
they
So I
went.
was happy
You
about
hit
that.
it. You hit it on the head, man.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
crazy thing about these shows, right? Sometimes the timing, right?
Yeah.
You think, oh, shredded, and then he plays third, and you're like, man, what the hell? And you change
2023.
it, right?
Third,
23,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
I was shredded that year. I was the most conditioned I
Peeled,
ever was in
right?
third place.
You
Way
hit
too
third,
small.
too
Oh,
small. That's what they said,
too small. Needed more density. And yeah, came back the next year, third again.
So
right?
what's
Yeah.
your objective for New York? Is you're gonna try coming a little bit in between or
Um,
oh
I don't know. I really don't know. I guess it is full and lean, but I'm letting Dave because if I think about it too much, I'm gonna stress myself out.
yeah.
Because I was telling him like I'm coming down too much, but I know I need to be conditioned, and it's part of the process. So I stopped thinking about it and let Dave take full control, and then Kenny he helps me out too, my posing coach. But
Mhm.
it's going to be more conditioned, but not be tiny on stage. That's my main concern. I don't want to be small because there's some big boys in the show.
Yeah, that's a big show, right? New York
Yeah,
Pro.
that's a New York Pro. It's a very prestigious
Yeah.
show, and you guys both agreed to pick that one on your come out. Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
He was like, Steve would like to see you. If you're Mr. USA, let's go out there and test the waters. And
I
he's
see.
like, you know, realistically, he's like, let's aim for top 10. If you do better, so be it. So, but
Okay.
still, it's going to be tough to even get top 10. Because you have everybody coming off Detroit, everybody coming off the Arnold. You might have some hard hitters in there, depending on how Nick does. Nick can possibly win today. You
Yeah.
have Andrew Jacks. You got Andrew Jack's already qualified.
Right.
Martin Fitzwater's already qualified, but still, it's going to be some big names show up to the show.
There'll be some big guy, yeah,
Yeah.
big names, right?
Height per size, are you about the same height as Martin?
I haven't met him in real life, but I would say so. I'm 5'7". Nick
Okay,
Walker's around 5'7", I
5'7".
believe. I think everybody, Tonio's doing New York. He's a top 8 Olympian, I believe, and
Nick Walker's
he's a
huge.
freak. He's a
Yeah,
freak.
he's huge.
I'm not ready for that. I know I'm not ready for that
That's
level.
the next level. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, would you ever see yourself getting to that size though?
I think I'm more of a shape guy.
Right.
I can see probably packing on another 10, 15 pounds, but
Okay.
to get to his level of muscularity, I think it'll mess my midsection up. So,
Yeah.
See, that's the thing on him too. If you checked out his most recent post with his posing today, it's every time he'd like his stomach would always look distended. You know,
Hmm. He looked a little bit tighter in this show.
he's tighter,
I have to
he came
say,
in very
his
well.
waist came in
Yes, he
tighter.
came in tighter, but still like because
Yeah,
he's
but
just a
he's
beast.
just always going to
Yeah,
have that.
he's
Yeah.
got that large body shape. You know.
Yeah, it's a structural flaw.
Hmm.
But as long as he can hold it together between his like mandatories and stuff, he can. he can win. He can win the Mr. Olympia if everything falls in place.
Yeah.
He is. It's not like today. He's close. Everybody from the feedback I've been seeing, like hearing, he's
Yeah.
like two. He's fighting for second, or he possibly. Dave said he's possibly second or possibly winning. So he's up
And
there.
what
Hadi and
Hadi,
Andrew.
yeah.
Andrew, that looks like top two to me, but
Yeah.
Nick's right there, and then it looks like Martin. He's at fourth, but they overlooked Brandon Curry because I think Brandon Curry can come in and take that fourth spot because they overlooked him. Everybody's protesting that Brandon should get another look because he looks
Oh, I
really
see.
good.
I see.
Yeah, and Martin came in a little bit watery this round.
Watery, yep.
Yeah,
And
it was not even his normal look at all.
not at all. And he needs a tan or
Yeah,
face tan
he
because
needs
his
to get
color's
darker.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, that should be a good show for you though, New York. And then those other two shows, how far apart are those?
So how it works is
After
like
New York.
see New York is May 8th and 9th. I fly back home. I'm home for a week, then I fly back out. Cal may be wrong, but I know it's the 14th possibly.
Mm,
Maybe maybe it's a little later, and I know Legion's the 30th, so I'll be on the mainland for 2 weeks. So
okay.
Cal's in Anaheim, and then Nevada is where
Legends
Legion.
Las Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great show.
So those shows, as far as, the amount or the level of competitors, I mean, are those like mid range competitors you think in those shows? Like,
Still, like, Cal is probably mid tier.
yeah,
New York's top tier.
yeah,
New York is definitely
that is
top.
Top,
top
it's
tier.
top
Yeah.
tier. But you got guys like I know Tonio's showing up to Legion. He's been posting about that. And Cal, I know Regan Grimes won that last year, and he's a top guy. He's a top 10 Olympian.
Well, I feel like some of those smaller shows, there's always like one or two
Yeah.
dudes that show up, right?
It's always an open class. It's like everybody's gunning for the qualification. So it's
Right.
not like bikini or men's physique or even classic. They have so many shows to pick from, and if you're open, good luck. You only have a select few shows, or you got to
Mm.
go overseas, and those shows are not easy overseas either.
Oh, I see. Wow. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I
your
mean,
objective is to get to Olympia or just to see where you fare? To be honest,
I wasn't going to ask that.
Realistically, no, this is my first year, and it's like it's everybody's fighting for that top spot.
right?
Spot. So realistically, hopefully I can get. I want to go to Olympia.
Yeah.
I have aspirations to go this year, but I know realistically, just to get a top 5 placing would be good.
Okay.
Because I know I'm going. This is my first year, and I didn't really have a long all season.
Yeah.
I haven't had an all season, a real one, in since like 2020, because I just been hitting shows. And I've
Right.
been growing in between shows. Luckily, off rebounds, I never had a full year off. So I need to take some
Oh,
time and actually grow and come back on stage around 240 instead of being like, oh yeah, I might be 230, 235. I need
okay.
more tissue on my body.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I love to qualify for Olympia. I'll be very happy, even though I'll probably get dead last. So
Nah.
Hey, man, getting up on the Olympia stage, I think just in itself is awesome.
yeah,
So
true.
you're one of the best in the world right there. That's so great, man. But this prep, how's that been going for you? You feel good, like healthier? Like is it about the same intensity as far as USA's or
It's different this prep because my work schedule's been a little bit more lax. You've probably been noticing me coming to the gym a lot earlier.
yeah,
Um, it's just I don't feel like I'm dieting right now. I know my body is just taking its time, but that could be also the fact that I haven't had as much time. Last year, I typically start my preps 20 weeks out, but it's easier this prep because it's like I don't have an appetite. Training's good. The gym's been extra hot, but
Mm.
outside of that, the prep's going good. It's easy. I would say it's easy, but I've been doing it for so long. I think my body just knows what to expect. But we'll see in these
Yeah,
next 8 weeks. I know I'm gonna have to really start. The refeed meals are gonna get cut out here soon, and I'm gonna have to really bring the conditioning. That's my main thing. I'm like, I'm not tight enough. I'm not tight enough, and I know I need to be tighter.
right.
And still the same style? Keto?
Yeah, I still keep.
Okay.
He changed it a little bit, but this year he actually went back to the original diet and pulled more fats, and
Oh, okay.
it's less food this year. So I'm like, this sucks. So yeah,
Columbo has always done that style. Yeah,
yeah.
that's his thing. Yeah, he really believes in that.
Yeah, I love the keto. It helps me out mentally. Compared to the traditional bodybuilding diet that I always felt like
Low
crap.
carb, high
Does he
protein,
program your workouts
no
too?
fat.
Nah, I've learned a lot from Patrick Tor.
Yeah.
I took his training methods and I just put my own little twist on it. It's similar to Dorian Yates style. I do really heavy for my first set, and then I follow up for a sequence. It could be a drop set or a cluster or whatever, and that's
Yeah.
how I've been training, and it's been working the best for me so far. But I can tell this year with squatting and stuff. Right now, my knees are getting burnt out a little bit, but that's how I train. Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's good.
and no, yeah, Dave doesn't do my programming. That was the question.
No, no, yeah. I kind of figured. I remember because when you trained with Patrick, you had showed me some of your workouts, and
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed with it actually. I thought it was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I enjoy this stuff.
Oh
So
yeah, for sure, dude. I know you still go heavy in here, so
I try to.
I'm just like, yeah.
I'm losing my strength. I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to. We spoke about this. I'm gonna have to eventually, possibly change up the way I train because I train a little dangerous, especially like a couple weeks out from the show. I
Mhm.
don't change anything. I train just like I'm in the all season when I'm 1 week out. Going up to USA's, I was still squatting 405, still doing everything, benching over 315, and I know that's risky, but it brings a nice full 3D look to the stage.
Yeah.
But you can tear something and it's over. So
Yeah, and there, I feel like, I mean, I'm not sure how many guys use a lot of free weights, how many pro bodybuilders,
not anymore.
but I don't think so. Like, I feel like a lot of guys use machines right there, especially when it gets closer to shows. And you're one of those guys who still uses a lot of free weights.
Apparently, back squats is a lost art now. People are just they don't believe in them anymore. They
Yeah.
don't
Well,
do them.
I mean, look, there's so many machines out there with squat machines now. Like, I've never seen so many variations of a squat. Like, there's so many different machines out there that they put out there now. So a lot of guys are using those, right?
It's one of those things though. It's kind of like when you're even competing. It's like it's hard to teach the old saying, teach a dog new tricks. It's
Yeah.
like if I can't squat, I feel like I'm gonna lose leg tissue. And I know that's not necessarily true.
Mm.
Dorian Yates, he stopped squatting. He had great legs. There's plenty of guys that don't do squats and have great legs, but it's just like I have to I had to force myself to do something different out of the norm that I'm not used to. And
Yeah.
that's the problem. I'm like, I don't want to change. And I know ultimately in the next couple of years, I'm gonna have to change or I'm gonna hurt myself.
Yeah, I mean, sooner or later, I mean, your joints, you've been how many years you been lifting heavy?
Since I was like 13.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably getting close to that. Because wait, how old are you now?
I'm 35 Monday.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So
wow.
Yeah.
that the big 4-0, right? Most people they start really feeling it around there, but
When did you tear your pec?
45.
Okay, good. I got time.
Yeah. So you got time. That's what I tell people. I say, at 45 is when I started, like things started
Falling
happening.
apart.
Yes, things started happening at 45.
Your generation is built different.
A little bit different, but
They're built different.
But you're doing like free
Yeah.
in the rack squats. I mean, how do you feel about like slowly integrating from the rack to like Smith? No, not even
It's
that.
not the
Look at this
you're not
guy's
a
same.
Smith
face.
It's
He's
user.
like,
not
oh
the
Yeah.
man, it's
same.
not the
It's like
same. But for safety I don't know, C-Bum was doing it, so people are like, oh yeah, C-Bum's doing it, so it must be all right.
but C-Bone's also squatting free weight 5 plates
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
So it's like he's doing both.
he's doing
Yeah.
both.
So, but the thing I've changed. Dave has gotten on me. I don't. Everything I do is very controlled. Like I go down 1, 2, 3, hold it, go up, and I can go up to 5 plates like that. But here lately, I lost some weight. 405 is getting tough for me. So everything's
Yeah.
really controlled. I can't do really quick motions anymore because my knees are off. Even on bench, I have to do it really controlled.
And that to me, that's the safest way to go anyway.
Yeah.
Controlling that weight. I think the injuries tend to happen when you're kind of doing this kind of stuff. You're flying through it, right? Things are moving, like if you're nice and steady, squeeze, hold, pause, good control. You can feel it. You feel something weird. Oh, racket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It gives you time to kind of react to it. So,
I mean, I know. I watch a lot of people in the gym train, especially on legs, and I see them over here with the hack squat machine,
yeah.
and the motion down is so fast. I'm like, you're losing half of the motion right there. You're just
Yeah.
going down, and you're bouncing off your joints. I'm like, you're not doing anything. Yes, you're working the muscle some, but if you can work on that negative, it's really slow, control that motion all the way down and all the way up.
Mike Menser, Dorian Yates, I mean, they were both very big on the negative.
Yes.
They would say always control the negative and then even get to the point where you're you can't even you're doing the negative, your partner's helping you, he's getting it up
Yeah.
there, you're doing a couple of force reps with the negatives,
Yes.
just negatives, tearing that muscle up, right? And I've always felt that way too. The negatives is really where a lot of damage occurs
Yes, I agree.
if you can do it right and you can control it, but that requires a training partner.
Yeah.
So
My
you need a
workout
good
partner
training
just
partner.
stands there and
Yeah,
watches
your
me.
workout. I know if your workout partner is great, he's here.
Yeah,
He shows up.
He spots me on my
He
bench
shows
press. I
up.
can't complain. But
I mean,
my moods are getting worse, and I'm getting mad at him taking his sweet time. Like I do my set, and then he's supposed to do his set, and he's like, grabs his water bottle. I'm like, dude, you've been standing here watching me work. You could have drank your water while I was doing my set. But he's not getting ready for a show, so I'm like,
yeah.
I let him pass.
His workout partner, people who probably don't know, he's not a bodybuilder. He's training. Probably more wants to be like a men's physique, maybe
Yeah,
something like that. He's a younger guy too. What is he? 20?
he's 25, but he told me he doesn't necessarily wants to compete. He loves sports and he loves the process
Yeah.
and he loves being a part of it. So like he'll come here and he'll tell me about skiing, baseball, golf, every basketball. He knows all the athletes.
Okay.
He bets on the games and whatnot.
Mhm.
And even bodybuilding. He knows the ins and outs. He has a business mind.
Mhm.
So he knows how to diet. He knows how to train, but he's not going to do it.
Right.
He just
Yeah.
likes the process. He likes watching it become to the end event. Like when I won USA's, he was excited about it because he was part of the process.
Oh, I see.
I know I'm speaking really fast,
No,
so
no, you're fine.
I
No, you're
might have to put like captions.
fine. No, you're good, dude. Yeah, no, because whenever I see him come in, Will is his name. He just, yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like, oh, that's your partner, because
Yeah,
he's not huge. I mean, he
yeah,
looks pretty good, but he's not big. He's not jacked or nothing. Um, just seems like a guy that comes in the gym and trains.
yeah. He's
So
never even watched me compete before.
yeah,
I was like, dude,
yeah. Has he even seen? Yeah, no, has he even seen a bodybuilding show? Has he
yeah,
even gone to one live? So he hasn't even gone to a bodybuilding show. That's kind of funny. That's your workout for hey man. Hey, you know what? If he shows up and he spots you and you can get job done, then it works, man. That works.
he's showing up on leg day. He used to skip those
He
days.
shows. Oh yeah, I remember that. I
I'm like,
remember he was
leg day.
never here. I remember he was never here on leg day.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty funny. I mean, everybody knows leg day sucks. And you train hard. I watch you.
it sucks.
You definitely push. You do. It kind of reminds me, back in the day, like
Yeah,
that type of training to that level, right?
yeah.
So, um,
Do you think that's missing?
yeah, yeah,
Like you see it in a lot of the physiques now today. That heavy training, his style of
a
training,
hundred
it's kind of
percent.
missing.
I think that's what part of the reason why the physiques look a little different too.
Mm,
I agree. I agree.
I
take
do.
note.
To get I don't know that graininess that the '90s guys had, that grainy, hard, grainy. It's just
Yeah.
that muscle tissue was just it looked different.
Yes.
And
The
they
muscle
all
pop was different. It's
yeah.
very, very like very dense.
And when you looked at all the guys who had it, I mean, those guys trained heavy,
Yes.
free weights, heavy. Like they all trained very, very similar. So
Yeah.
that was the style back then. Then it just evolved. It's interesting how it really evolved. All these machines
Well,
started creating these
social
machines.
media and then that how they would try to rate like the scientific background in regards to like exercise science, I
Yeah,
should say, more or less. And then they started to nitpick the exercise to see what was more proven, like the old school, like lifting heavy fashion
right.
versus smarter, not harder, right?
Yeah, because there are some people that are on social media that talk about why would you lift free weights? Like there's some guys that literally, why would you touch free weights when you can do a machine and it's safer and it's the same
Yeah.
movement and you're gonna be breaking down muscle tissue,
I've
controlled
yeah.
manner, safer, but there's something about free weights.
Yes.
I just saw some. I don't know his name. He posted. He said similar what you just said. He said that you can't build a world class physique off heavy compound movements. And I wanted to comment so bad, but I was
Mm.
like, this is ridiculous. It was like so many great physiques have been built with heavy
Well,
compound
yeah.
movements. I'm like, he
I
said,
mean, Ronnie Coleman,
yeah,
probably the
there you
one of
go.
the famous ones.
I think everybody from the
Even Dorian,
'90s and
right? Dorian,
all
I
these
mean,
guys, Flex, Premier, all those guys.
yeah,
Dave was just a freak,
yeah,
you know. But yeah, all those guys from back in the day, it wasn't machines out. It wasn't a lot of machines, so you had to train
I,
freely.
I think, yeah, I think like, if you look at it, a lot of guys, I mean, honestly, it was like pull ups. A lot of guys did heavy pull ups. They did heavy bent over rows,
Yeah,
deadlifts for some people didn't do deadlifts.
yeah.
Some guys did. It was kind of a mixture of people. But squats, a lot of guys did squat.
That was staple.
Well,
Squat was a
Hmm.
staple. Like
Yes.
that was a staple.
so if we go back 10 years, maybe 15 years, what's the difference in the gym as far as the training methods? Is it just less machines, and people are just it's less social. It's not really social media. It's not as big, and I think no. What's the difference? What was then versus now?
Yeah, I think because now they've developed so many more machines, and a lot of these machines look really cool.
Yeah,
They're fancy, and the gyms are loading up with them, right? So now you're taking away a lot of the squat racks, a lot of the benches and stuff. Now you got one bench, maybe two benches, two squat racks, all machines, right? So I think there's an appeal to it. A lot of guys like, oh, the machines. And not gonna lie, it's easier. You can
yeah,
jump on it. If there's a pin, you go, or you
yeah,
put the plates on there. It's just easy to just go, get on it, move on to the next one.
yeah.
Instead of setting up your right, putting the bar in the right
So
place on the rack and
also too, like you're talking about, you have a training partner or spotter, whatever you want to call it. A lot,
yeah,
a lot of people this generation don't have social skills, so I think the machines become very convenient
yeah, you don't need
because
a
you don't
spot.
need a spotter. You
That's
don't have
right.
to be like, "Hey, buddy, can you like catch me this set?" Like or whatever. You don't have to be awkward and just do your thing inside of the rack or.
That's probably a big one too.
Hmm.
You can just go, can't finish it, you just drop it, you're good. Right. And even dumbbells, right? Like I
Dumbbells
don't
are
even
hard. When
dumbbells
the
are tough.
heavy ones.
I mean, dumbbells are tough. Even when I was training, dumbbells, I was always like, man, dumbbells. Um, but look at the heavy, anything past like say 130 and up. Um, I don't see people using it that much at all.
It's a pain when I'm benching with those things, or even shoulders. I get the 120s. You got to flick those things
Shoulders
up.
scare me, man. With
Yeah,
shoulder presses, like
yeah,
I just, you know what it is? I've just seen it's just too many injuries happen, and it's just too easy.
yeah.
One little adjustment
Well,
off.
Derek hurt his chest last year doing shoulder press. I mean, bench press with dumbbells. He
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
tore his pec partially, I think.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so it is risky, but it's a it can
But
happen.
it's
It can
higher
happen.
risk, higher reward, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Right?
very true. Look at Hottie. He trains old school. So
Yeah. And look, yeah, and this guy is like top two and everything pretty
yeah,
much.
just conditioning is next level.
So I mean he's thick.
Yeah,
How does Derek train? Does Derek train a lot of free weights?
machines. But he trains hard.
And okay, and kind of an example, because I have to say, because Derek looks great, but Derek doesn't have that graininess.
He has the graininess from the back though. Different
That
bodybuilder
one
from the
body
front.
part. That one body part.
Those legs and that back.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Those glutes. But it's like
no, he does have those glutes in the back. Yeah,
he
he
has a
does.
world class physique. I know he's been getting a lot of hate
Yeah.
because of his biceps, but if you want to break it down, he's still a freak.
Oh,
He has
100%.
small waist.
100%. Yeah.
He just his chest and shoulders and arms just need to get more maturity.
Mhm,
And once he has that, he can probably be unbeatable. He has a ton of muscle.
mhm.
He's a freak.
And he's a machine guy.
Yeah,
So
yeah. He has great
wasn't
genetics.
isn't even Phil Heath. He was he was a machine guy.
But
Yes.
he trained old school at first to get to that. He even said that. He's
Oh,
like,
at
look,
the big so the first few years it was old school,
yeah,
and then he just maintained it.
yes,
And
When,
Phil Heath was kind of big on machines. He was talking about how, like, they're smart engineers for a
yeah,
reason.
yeah, I
So
remember
he was
seeing
kind of
stuff
big
like
on
that.
that.
feels genetics are
Yeah, well, his
yeah,
genetics, of
it's
course. That's.
freaking the gift.
Hmm.
But then, there's another conversation you can have of, okay, so now machines versus free weights, the guys who did do free weights, how are those guys holding up now? 15, 20 years later, are they beat up compared to the guys who were doing machines? I
Probably.
feel like they are
Yeah,
more beat up.
probably.
They probably have more issues, more back, more spinal, more.
I guess Lee Haney got out of the game early,
He retired. I think he was like,
32.
yeah, 32. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
so young.
he didn't even reach his prime, honestly.
No, no.
Yeah,
I mean, he was one of the youngest Olympians.
he won it 8 times. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like
It,
besides him and Arnold, I think. I
I
mean,
guess free weight does mess you up. It mess you up. It messes
no,
you up.
yeah, it can. But again, risk versus reward, right? You're getting high risk, high reward. So you're going to pay some price for that.
Kai Green seems like he's just fine.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the one that pops in my head. I'm trying to think of anybody else that trained really hardcore like that,
Like
and
that. Yeah.
that didn't have surgeries or something. It's like Jose Raymond. He's surgeries now, and
Mhm.
everybody has Dave's shoulder surgeries. People having hip replacement, knee replacements, and stuff like that
Uh-huh.
from training. Ronnie Coleman is back. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Phil and those guys are just walking around just fine.
Right.
Jay Cutler. There we go.
Jay
Jay Cutler.
Cutler. Yeah.
Color.
Yes.
Color was a mixture.
Yeah.
I feel like Color was a mixture.
He
I feel
trained
like,
smart. He never really he trained
yeah,
high volume.
yes, he was high volume. which was in a sense was smart because he didn't have to go as heavy because he did so much workload.
I need to try that.
So more workload, lower the weight down, you're still doing a lot of damage to the muscle tissue,
Yeah.
right? I
But
think there's a
would he
point.
have the stamina to do that?
Not right
Yeah.
now.
I mean, I think he used to train. I think his workouts were like 2 hours.
Yeah.
He was in a gym lifting, not just cardio, but like lifting for like 2 hours. So it's pretty long.
Goodness. Yeah.
It was pretty long. I don't know how long his breaks were in between sets, but or you could do Milo style, do like those giant
Giants. I
sets.
haven't
Oh
did
my
those in
God.
years.
Yeah.
I think I'm not a huge fan of that for bodybuilding for long term, but I think it's a nice little bridge. You take that, you could do that for maybe a month or something. Your joints, you're doing your heavy duty style. Your joints are kind of, they're hurting, they're aching.
Especially while your calories are high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back the weights down, do the giant sets. I mean, it's hard. You're not going to go heavy, not as heavy as you normally could because
Yeah.
you're doing 4 things in a row, 5 things in a row. Do that for a month, kind of shock the muscle a little bit, and then kind of go back to your normal.
Okay. You know, the one thing I always say about higher volume, I'm always like, are you really pushing the muscle to its limits though? Because you can shock the muscle by hitting like 95% of your max, and you're forcing that muscle to grow, but it's high risk,
Yeah.
but it's high reward too. But and then versus high volume, you say you got 4 or 5 sets of doing 12 to 15 reps. How are you going to give 100% on all 4 or 5 of those sets? Because there's no way you can push it to your limit. Because one of those sets is not going to be your best. Because it's like you're just pushing for reps versus for trying to theoretically max out to a higher tier, pushing the muscle.
Right.
You just literally exhausting the muscle. Like, is it really getting like
Right.
pushed?
Right. You're exhausting the muscle. No, you're right. There's a lot of lactic acid building up and there's pain. It
Yeah.
hurts. But I get what you're saying. Are you actually going to be developing more muscle tissue?
Yes.
Um, I think I think there could be. I don't think long term that it would work. Like I don't think if you did that for a year, no. But I think if you put that in, like I said, as a
Yeah.
bridge in between, I feel like it's very effective.
Yeah.
Plus, again, I think also saving your joints, right? By doing those higher reps, you're lowering that weight, you're saving your joints, man.
Yeah. True.
Because heavy weights all the time are just killing your joints.
I just came back from getting body work through doing the stem wave with my elbow because it's been giving me pain this prep.
Yeah.
It hurts, at this place, say the least. And I gotta warm it up prior to even bench
Well,
reps.
that's what I'm saying. So, I mean,
I'm like,
now it's funny if you actually took, say, 2 months off of just anything heavy, and I
yeah.
bet you that would feel probably at least 50% better.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm like, man, I gotta make it through this prep. I just have like maybe 12 or 13 more weeks,
Right.
and every year is something. One year was my left knee; it was killing me. And I was like telling Dave, I'm gonna stop squatting. Dave was like, no, you gotta squat. I'm like, how am I gonna squat? I can barely bend over. But miraculously, it went away. It went away like midway during the prep. It's just because I guess my nutrition was so good, and my nutrition was so good that it just healed itself.
Yeah, it's amazing
Yeah,
sometimes that happens.
but I know
It
that's not
moves
happening.
around. You ever have that? It moves
Yeah.
around. You're
Yeah,
like left shoulder, right knee, like over time, you're like, this thing is like moving around my body. And then it goes away for a while. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, man. So
let's see.
whenever you're eating and all your meals and stuff, do you do cheat days and all that right now? I
Oh,
mean,
oh,
is that a thing for you at
yeah.
all?
That like last year. Last year I had a lot of those. Like I had them twice a week, and
Okay.
it was a little overboard. I had refeed meals on Thursdays and I had them on Saturdays because my weight was coming down. This is where I got down at 230. I was diced. I was more diced at 230 like 7 weeks out than I was on stage.
Oh wow.
It was a smaller look. And then Dave was like, "Let's fill you up," and I didn't question. I was like, "Screw it," and I went out and I was eating pizza, like extra large pizzas. I was eating wings, and I was drinking a bottle of wine every week. And I know that's crazy.
Really?
I'm not doing that this
Wow.
prep.
Wow.
And then it got to a point where Kat was telling me like, "You're gonna lose USA's and you're gonna complain about this." So I cleaned it up and just went back to burger and fries, but I was still having mozzarella sticks and stuff like that. But I would always lose weight at the end of the week. So he's like, "Have another refeed meal." This year I've been doing cleaner meals. I've been having sushi, but it's
Okay.
been flattening out a lot quicker with the cleaner
Mm,
refeed. So Dave implemented more red meat, and I'm having burger and fries again. But I'm not. I guess I'm practicing pushaways. Like
mm.
I eat one thing and that's it. I'm not going. I'm not having the wine. I'm not doing all
Yeah.
that because I can't get away with that. And I'm fortunate enough to get away with it last year. If I could have lost because I know my condition was off.
Okay.
So Yeah, so I have refeeds every week.
I mean, does your stomach does it react to it okay? Or are you like
I'm
pretty
good.
bloated or what? I mean, what?
Let's just put it like this. I'm like, I'll check in on Monday and I'll be like 15 pounds up. And they was
Uh,
like, how the hell are you so up? And I'm like, but in the week, I might lose 20 pounds though. And I
okay.
know that's not good. That's not good for the skin.
Yeah.
If I want to be thin skin on stage, I can't do that. And I'm not making this up. They
That,
will tell you. Like last week, I just went out and I tried the dirty refeed.
okay.
Um, checked in on Monday and I was up 7 pounds. But by Tuesday, I was down
Okay.
8 pounds. And I was already down. I was like, damn, I burned through this cheat meal this fast. And I just had like some southern food. It was like I had cornbread, I had some lamb and some
Mm.
it was a lot of stuff. It wasn't that good, but it was just very dirty.
Oh
And
yeah.
it filled me out. I looked great that morning. Mondays I was full blown and Tuesday was gone. And then now I'm like way down. So
Oh, interesting, huh?
yeah. So it helps me lose weight and it helps me out mentally. Gives me something to look forward to each week
Yeah.
because once he gets cut out, that's when prep gets extra hard, which I can
Mhm.
do. But yeah, I enjoy my refeeds.
So you do the diet drinks throughout.
Uh
That kind of saves you, but
yeah, I like the 7 Up, but yeah, I drink a lot of the diet sodas, but I cut them out around about 4 weeks out. I try to because
yeah,
I just want something with a little flavor, And
yeah, yeah.
it's crazy. In my off season, I hate these things. They don't taste good to me.
It's funny how your taste buds change
Yeah,
when you cut out the sugars and everything. Yeah.
yeah.
Then you just start. You want something sweet. Yeah.
I'm
No.
glad I'm not doing the bubble gum like I used to. I used to eat
Oh
packs of
yeah.
gum a day.
What's the sweetener? The
Stevia,
sorbitol or well, stevia.
xylitol.
Yeah, whatever the other one was.
Yeah,
Yeah. It would get people bloated and stuff.
yeah. It
I
would give
remember.
me gas. The
Like some people
xylitol.
didn't
Yep,
Yeah,
know.
yep.
They wouldn't realize it. They go into shows and they're packs of gum, you know, packs and packs before the show, and they're like, "Man, why am I looking, watery or bloated?" And then
yeah.
find out it's all this gum that they're eating because you're talking about like 2 or 3 packs a day.
That's
It,
bad.
it's
Yeah,
got to be a little bit of calories in that. It
Oh
has to
yeah.
be.
but I think it's more of the not so much the calories, but
Yeah,
it's the chemical, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
That they use to sweeten it, and it's causing a reaction.
yeah.
You know,
True. Makes you hold a little
in
bit of
your
water.
body, maybe hold some water or something, right?
I mean,
Or gassy.
if you have regular bubble gum, it will make you go to the bathroom. Like,
Yeah,
so I experienced it like eating 4 or 5 packs of gum. It'll like, mess you up.
really,
Yeah,
huh?
that's a lot of
Yes.
gum.
Oh
It's just
wow,
like I would put it. I
this is
would get.
sugar-free gum.
Yeah, I'll just put it
Oh,
in my mouth and just keep putting it because the taste would leave it so quickly. And then Crystal Light. Oh, don't get me started with Crystal Light.
oh,
I used to
that's
take the
bad.
packets and pour it in my mouth.
Crystal Light used to make me crave sugar more.
Yeah, I don't do that stuff. Yeah, it definitely
Interesting.
does. It
I
definitely
would drink
does.
the half-gallon thing and it was like tea, Crystal Light
I wouldn't
tea.
even
That
drink
was the
water.
best one. And then I would just crave sugar
This is where the gum came in for me.
beyond, yeah, like crazy.
Mm.
That was the favorite flavor though. Iced tea, Crystal.
That's why prep was so hard back then because of stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
If I start drinking Crystal Light right now, I'm not gonna make it to this prep. I'm gonna cheat because I used to always cheat when I had Crystal Light. So I'm like, oh, I can't. I would just have a bad day at work, and I'm like, screw it. Go to the store and just make the most unhealthiest pie, and eat it, and then I'm like, crap, trying to. Oh, man,
Uh,
I've literally trying to puke up.
Oh,
oh,
That
really?
was like years ago. I was like, because I was like 4 weeks out from the show and I cheated. I'm like, oh no, I gotta throw this up, and then I don't do that anymore because I don't cheat like that. But
Dude, yeah, that's crazy,
no,
man.
I never gone to
It's
that
wild.
extreme to throw it up. I was just like, fuck, I
my
fucked
body wouldn't
up.
let me.
Yeah,
I
I
fucked
know.
up. All right.
It's
I
like a
just
feeling.
no.
No, no, I was always big into like if I ate it, and I wouldn't be satisfied unless it was in my stomach. So
Yeah.
I was like, well, that's it. Like it's there. I got to deal with it now.
Well, I know people that they would like chew on it and then spit it out. Like I
I
can't
can't do
even do
that. I
that.
I
can't.
stream
Okay.
like that. I put
I
it in
can't.
my mouth and just keep it in there and then I spit it back out.
I can't do that.
No, I don't have that kind of discipline.
I did that when I was like 21, 22 and I was doing I don't do that now. I don't even have that stuff in the house. Even if I do, I'm not touching it.
Mm.
Yeah. See, I'm better not even like touching it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Everyone's different. I mean, some people struggle during diets. Some people diet pretty easy. Some people can. It's not a problem for you for certain people, right? Are you one of those? You
Now
think you can diet pretty smoothly?
it's easy for me now.
It's not a problem,
It's
right?
easy. Like
Yeah,
I remember when me and Kat would diet, she would be suffering. I'd be like, huh, I don't have appetite. I'm good, and she'd be
yeah,
freaking dying. I'm like, damn, I remember those
yeah.
days. I'm like, man, that sucks, you know.
It's interesting. Some people, it's so easy. And those are
I
the
would,
guys.
yep.
They come in peeled, man.
Yeah,
They're just
those
like,
are the guys that come in pure.
and
I,
you're
I
like,
have a
dude, they
hard
just come
time.
in peeled.
I get bored of food too. It's like, I'm
Really?
sick of green beans. I had enough
Even in
for the
prep?
week. Yeah, even in prep.
Oh, you get tired of it.
So I have to rotate my
See, so are
food.
you one of those then? You're
Yeah,
one of those. Yeah. Lucky.
that what?
This easy to diet.
No, no, not easy to
Oh,
diet.
not easy to
Hard,
diet.
hard to diet.
Oh,
Yeah,
hard to diet.
because
Okay.
like I said, I get bored. I have to rotate my food, and it's
Oh,
like
I see. I
you
see.
eat it and you're not satiated. You're like, fuck, it sucks. This
Yeah.
really
That's
sucks.
when you gotta bust out the ice and just eat the ice. I know that's not good for your teeth, but I've been doing that at night. I get the 7 Up or a soda, pour it in there, all ice, and put a little bit of soda on it, and just shoot ice for a little bit of flavor.
It's so it's so interesting. I mean, hey, I guess it worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I really did that. I guess I would do it once in a while. You know what? I like the crush ice.
Yeah.
That's like the best, the
Oh
crushed
yeah.
ice. You can't have that. You don't get that back at home. You got to go to like the restaurant. Yeah, that's my thing. So what is your favorite cheat meal then?
I can't have it right now. It's pizza.
So pizza is your favorite. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be Domino's. I would get a super supreme pizza with stuffed crust, and I would get 16 garlic boneless chicken wings,
Oh
and
man.
then I would get something else, or I would just raid the cabinets of like peanuts and peanut butter afterwards,
Oh, I hate
and then I'm like,
peanuts.
holy shit, I'm gonna have to work my ass off this week to burn this off. I
Dude.
know that's terrible. I don't do that now, but yeah, pizza.
And that Domino's meal that you just mentioned, is that like one sitting?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Throw it down, boy.
I eat it, and I'm sitting there. I'm still hungry. It's
And do you wash it down with the large Diet Coke or something?
well. I'm watching the movie and I have a bottle of wine and it's red wine and
Oh,
I'm like drinking that.
a whole bottle.
Yeah. It
Wow.
wasn't, I don't do that. I know that's not good. Dave knows about this now
Okay.
after the fact. And that's why every week on the check-ins, he says, have a refeed and he gives me guidelines and he puts in bold letters, no pizza.
Oh, I see.
So I did it once this prep at the very beginning and he was like, I told him about it. He's like, dude, you can't have pizza. Your weight's way up. It's too hard on the body to process
It's too
that.
much.
Yeah. But I'm like, damn, I'll burn it off. But
You're like, I love the pizza, man. I love the pizza. So what, Domino's, that's the spot for you?
Domino's, yeah. It's just convenient. It's just right down the street.
Oh,
I'm
I
like, you
see.
can
I
just,
see.
just walk down the street and grab it.
Yeah, I think like Pizza Hut has the most calories, I think, overall. Pizza
Well,
Hut's
I
one of
think
the
it is.
highest
It's Pizza Hut
calories.
actually. I had the app. It's Pizza Hut. It's actually
Oh,
Pizza
yeah.
Hut.
So pizza's the highest. I know they're like out of all of them, like highest sodium calories. They got
Oh,
like the
that's
highest.
so good, man. That Super
So
Supreme. Oh man,
there's
it's
something
so
in
good.
that pizza. I don't know what they put in there, but yeah, it tastes good.
You know what I hate right now when it's like show week and Dave tells me specifically to get McDonald's. And I'm eat McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Oh, we just
Yeah.
talked about
We
McDonald's.
did.
Dave
We
loves
did. You know what's in McDonald's meat, right?
human DNA.
Yeah.
I know. I
It's
know.
just-
I know. No, you know what? We talked about it,
Dirty
dude.
hands touching the food.
I know. There's people that like legit believe that, oh, that they're putting human meat into the food source. Like, I don't know, dude, whatever.
Oh, they can get that.
You know, there's all, I mean, it's like social media, dude. Go on there, you see people talking about this stuff all the time.
It's good though. I like McDonald's.
You're like, it's good. I mean,
I,
if it's human meat, that tastes pretty good.
oh, before I went in the finals last year, he told me to get a 22-piece McNugget, and
Yeah,
I was like, I'll eat it. And then I had a Diet Coke, and it's weird how it works. It's like it slowed my body down because I was
right.
flattening out so quick. It was good. I would if I had to get a cheat meal, I wouldn't eat that. But
Of
if you
course.
tell me to do it, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what's your go-to as far as your burger that you'd eat?
Chili's. I get the
Chili.
it's like a guacamole burger.
Okay,
And
yeah.
I get like a double patty, so it was like over 16 ounces. Then I get curly fries, and I get the mozzarella sticks, and I get all the sauces.
Yeah,
I call the one in Kahala. They know my name. She's like, want the same thing, and she hooks it up.
She knows already.
I used to come here twice a week, and they're like, same thing. I'm like, yep.
Come in there once a week. Hey, where you been?
And it's crazy. Like I'm leaning out every week. I'm like shredded. I'm coming here, and they're like, how are you
They're
eating
so
this?
confused. They're so confused. They're like, what does he do it? Like, you
This
have
is
no
my
idea.
head food.
I know.
I don't eat burgers. It's crazy. I don't like burgers anymore like I used to because I've been eating with Dave since 2022 nonstop. So it's like diet food for me, but it's good. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. If I had something else, if I have to eat a burger, it's gonna be Chili's.
Ah, that's fun. So, like supplements and all that stuff. What's your big thing? Like, what do you believe works for you? Or what are some of the things that
Are you talking about the dark side or
all of it, dude? I
Okay.
mean, like, what do you recommend? Or, and also, what do you think people, it's like stuff that is like really overhyped and people are wasting their time on.
I think most of the stuff is overhyped. You don't need too much on if for me, testosterone's the best thing. You don't need all this other stuff. You don't need to be blasting trend and like
Mm,
mega doses of this stuff. Like, yeah, I think you need to start out with less and see how your body responds to that. You
mhm.
need to master nutrition and training first, and then you can if you max your body out and which is really hard to do, then you can get on a little bit of testosterone and see how your body responds. Like, gotten ready for shows and one overall is just off testosterone.
Yeah.
You don't need a lot. I know people are going to say, "Oh, but that's genetics." No, you just work hard and figure it out, you know. But taking all these peptides and stuff, I don't use that stuff. I
Hmm.
just don't like if outside of BPC 157 and you know the other ones, some of the ones I know of.
Yeah.
But like I would say just keep it simple. You know, you don't need to overcomplicate it. You know, like testosterone is your baseline, and then
Yeah.
you can add other stuff in. You can add the trends. You don't have to go over 150 a week, and you can just add Winnie, and you can add. That's pretty much it. That's all you need for your prep. Those
Hmm.
three things right there, and you don't have to run 400 of trend, and you don't have to do a gram of test, and you don't have to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Especially if you're starting out. If you're just starting out, you can do shoot, you can just use a CC or test a week, 250 a week. You don't have to do this mega dose. So yeah, I would say less is more.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like what's the analogy? You know, a sponge only can hold so much.
Right.
So it's only so much your body can take before you start having the side effects.
Yeah.
And you know, if you're not healthy, your body's not going to respond anyway.
Hmm.
So it's best to be healthy. And a lot of things, I have a good friend of mine. He's never had his blood work done, and it blows
Oh.
my mind. But I get it. You know, if you never had it done, you're probably afraid to check. It's
That
just
doesn't make any sense, but
well,
okay.
I've been there. You know, it's like in my
Yeah.
20s, I used to do dumb stuff, and I was like, I was afraid to look at my health because I was like, I don't want to know. You know, I'd rather not know. I'm healthy now, but now it's like one of those things. I think people need to hold off on the gear, learn how to train, and learn how to eat, and go from there. And then if you think you have the genetics to take it to the next level, then so be it. But very few people have those type of genetics to take it really far.
Yeah.
If not, you're just gonna mess yourself up. Like I had a kid come up to me a couple years ago in here, and he's hasn't even done a show and told me he wanted to be a pro and he wanted to take a cycle. And I'm like, wow, what for? I'm like, you don't even know what you want to do. You don't even know if you like dieting yet. It's like you're just gonna ruin your physique or you're gonna ruin your health. You know. So that's all I can say about my advice on taking supplements. You know.
Yeah. There's I kind of wonder like this generation now compared to say, 20 years ago, are there a lot more younger people, say 25 and under, going on gear compared to say 25 years ago?
Go on freaking Instagram and buy gear now. Versus
It's
back in the
so
day, it
much
was
ready
so hard.
available. Yeah, it's so available.
You can use so many. It's so many. Like if I go in my junk folder on Instagram, it's like all these peptides companies reaching out to me, and
Hmm.
some of them have legit gear on their website. And it's like, wow, and anybody can get. You can use Venmo, cryptocurrency, it's easy access. When I was 21, I didn't know what it was. I had to go to the big guy in the gym, and he gave me like a little bottle, and I'm like, oh. And I did. I had this is gross. It's my very first cycle. I remember
Yeah.
this. I was in college, and I had one bottle of Cypionate and I had one syringe, and I kept that syringe marinated in rubbing alcohol. And I used that
Yeah.
same syringe that entire prep. And
Oh
that's
shit.
disgusting. I
As the
know.
tip starts to blunt out
It
as well,
hurt.
if you
Oh,
didn't
I'm
man,
sure
that
it
you
hurt.
hurt.
I'm sure
Oh
it
yeah.
hurt.
it hurt, and it was a big. It was like one of those syringes that where you can withdraw blood.
18
Oh, it's like an
It
gauge or
was
18,
something.
big.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
ooh,
I did that.
Oh.
I did 1 cc a week for like 15 weeks, and I did my own diet. I had chicken breast, broccoli, and a sweet potato like 6 meals a day, and I got shredded like that. And I just did sip 1 cc a week,
yeah,
and I
you'd be
won
surprised.
overall at an NPC show doing that. So yeah,
Yep. Now are you a big advocate for growth hormone?
uh, I placed top 5 at nationals and other shows about it, so you don't
Mhm.
really need it. I would say yeah, if you want to be an open class guy, I say it's you definitely need it to a degree. It helps with fat loss and it helps you reach a new size. But not everybody can get big. But everybody can get big if you put the work in. You know, Dave Plummo is a prime example of that. But I would say you don't need it. It's a luxury product, you know, luxury product meaning like you can get you if you have the money you can buy it. If you don't have the money, you don't need it.
Yeah.
I say if you're getting ready for a show, the main thing you should have is testosterone.
Yeah.
If you're a male, Sipinate, you know, or you can
Test Winnie,
yeah
that's a great
yeah.
combo right
Oh,
there.
testing winning, you can get
Test and Winnie
shredded
is
off
great.
that.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
When you get dried up and hard and the test,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Guys will
It's
run like Masteron too sometimes, but whatever.
yeah.
But you know.
The trend stuff, man, I'll tell you what, that's the trend is not overrated. It's strong as hell, but if you can't sleep with it or if you're having bad side effects, you don't have to take it.
Well, and I don't think it works good for everybody
Yeah,
as
like
far as for like contest prep. Some guys come in watery.
Mm-hmm.
what's the thing? If you feel like crap, one of your supplements is messing you up. If
Yep.
you're not healthy, you're not gonna look your best.
Right.
So just because your coach tell you you have to take trend, you don't have to take trend. If you feel like crap and it's messing with your mood, just get off of it.
But we love trend here.
I don't like it.
We endorse trend. 500 megs a day. Let's go. I'm
A
just kidding. I
day.
know a day.
That's
No,
when you can't
I'm
sleep.
just kidding. Yeah, that's when you're
That's
never
when you
gonna
get
sleep.
road rage too,
That's when
and
you're
like
going
freaking
out and you're robbing banks and
end of
you're
single on the
hurting people.
news. You
That's
know,
yeah, yeah. You're showing up on the news,
The night
stabbings.
sweats, the night sweats
Yeah.
are unbearable with that stuff.
Oh man.
What about insulin for growth and stuff or size?
Mm.
Overrated as well too.
I'm only used insulin for like one prep, and that was in the all season. I use 5 IU's a day. I haven't used it since, and that was in 2021, my first USA's. I haven't used it since. It works. I heard good things about it, but
Yeah.
I don't think I need it. I don't want to. I.
No need to risk it. Yeah.
You know what? I need to. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna mess with it.
Yeah.
But I know you can get. I hear it's the most anabolic thing you could take.
Yeah. I mean,
You
it
know.
possibly take you to another level if you do it right with everything.
I'm not saying Samson Dowdle's done it, but I know Milos's protocols and his
Oh,
guys, they get massive off of it, or it can backfire and you can get huge and have the opposite effect of a really big stomach too, and like blow
Mhm.
your waistline out.
yeah.
I know Dennis James goes on record as like he said this before. He was like, "Man, you messed my midsection up." You know,
Yeah.
I was bloated as hell on stage from all the insulin. You know, he was big as hell.
Seen that.
So
Well, here's one. So pump and pose, he used to call it, or synthol.
oh,
How much, how many pros you think are using that now? In the
use it.
90s, it was popular.
I've used it. I used it for one prep, and like I won't use it anymore because I had a bad experience with it because it messed my arm up really bad because my arm got super swollen. I tried it twice, but I say is if you have a lagging body part and if it's an art form, it's not like if you don't have the muscle there, it ain't gonna make the muscle make it look any better. If you have the
Right.
muscle and you want to like accentuate it or make
Add
it look better,
volume.
yeah,
Yep.
add volume, then do it. If you don't have round muscle bellies, I wouldn't advise doing it because if it's just not, it's gonna look unnatural. But if you have really round muscle bellies and you can enhance that muscle group, do it. But you're gonna have to be really good at it because when I did it the last time a couple years ago, my arm was it looked like a balloon, and I'm like, I never did it again.
Yeah.
And then when that stuff started going through my chest, I don't know, it felt like it was circulating all through my chest. I was like, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah. I mean, I do
Oh,
question people who do it for a long time,
it's a
the
lot of people that do
long-term
it.
health risk.
It's like I know this whole thing with synthol came out and what was it, PMAA? What was it called?
Yeah, whatever.
So many pros and dudes
Yeah.
citing heck. Everybody's like it's cheating. I'm like, there's no rules in IFBB. Anything goes. If it looks unnatural, you're not going to win. It's like, but a lot of people they put it on the side of their quads, they put it in their bicep, they put it in their chest. If you tear a pec and you want to fill a hole, you pump it up.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people that do really good. I'm sure it's guys at the Arnold Classic that has it in their body right now. Well, shoot, testosterone, it does the same thing. If you're putting 2 cc's in your biceps or your delts, it's gonna accentuate your shoulder. It's gonna enhance that look. So it's all the same thing.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
not like your body's gonna absorb it anyway. It's not like it's gonna stay.
Right.
So it's whatever. It's yeah. I don't
Yeah.
really have. I'm
I mean, I
biased
know
on that.
they were really big on what's his face, right? On Derek.
Derek Lemford, his
They
he
were
do
big on
squats and
Derek.
Oh,
lats
And even his arm. They were saying something
and
about
his
the arm.
arms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
they're like
they were
he
big on
he
him.
just got bad arm
So
genetics. Like you would if he was putting something in his arms would look damn good. It would
yeah.
have been at least you stab your arms enough. It's gonna be a peak. It's gonna be a weird looking peak up there. He has no peak,
hmm
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
he was just probably shooting that area. Like
That's
I got
probably what that was. Yeah, I kind
because
of
his
think.
front double biceps, they were
Oh,
all
you
big.
saw it was
they
swollen.
were
They were
golf
like
balls. I'm like
golf balls. They look
Man,
you
hideous.
gotta put it somewhere.
he's got to go somewhere. Yeah,
Yeah,
what are you
but
gonna
it
do?
looked bad. It looked bad.
You look at my pictures in 2023 at nationals. I lost the spot because I had two bullhorns in my glutes because I decided to do a shot of I took insulin syringes and I shot testosterone in each glute 2 days out from the show, and it didn't get deep enough in the muscle, and that cost me my pro card that week.
I remember that.
It
Yeah, you saw the bumps.
and Tyler was straight up. He was like, the needle marks in the glutes cost you a spot today. And I was like, really? He's like, yep. And you're a little narrow. You need to get bigger. Come back and be undeniable. And that's pretty much what he said to me. And I was like, it burned. I was like, oh, shit. you know.
So the injections in your glutes, was that coach advised, or was that like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it?
Well, well, typically I'll do all my stuff like Wednesday up to the show.
Oh wow, that's pretty
USA's I
close.
didn't do it. I was like, screw it, I'm not taking a chance this year.
That's what
I'm
I
not.
mean. That's pretty close.
Yeah, because you never know. Because I learned my lesson from there. Like my coach doesn't know I didn't do it. I guess
Yeah.
like I didn't fly off anything this time. I guess literally, I didn't do anything. I kept the orals in, but no, I didn't do any shots because I didn't want to risk it.
Yeah,
Smart move.
Yeah.
I think most guys, it's about a week out, they stop taking all their injections.
Yeah, and they
They'll
just
do
stay
the
on the
orals.
orals. Yeah.
Yeah.
The old school way was like 2 weeks out, you come off all your like oil based supplements.
Yeah.
You don't do no shots.
All your
You can
tests
keep your
and yeah.
orals in because it's supposed to dry you out theoretically. But for me now, I realize it's a full look for me. So we keep the test in because it keeps me full and round.
Oh, I
But
see.
still in your system, it takes 4 weeks for it to get out of your
Yes,
system.
to get
So
out of your system.
yeah,
So
Hmm.
it's probably some of it's, mental. That's
yeah.
you gotta think, yeah. It's probably still in you after 2 weeks. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. That's cool, man.
It's isn't it strange how every prep it's something a little bit different. Like you think, oh yeah, testosterone will make me a little bit fuller or more rounder, you know, to give you that look. You try to do it again the next show and it didn't happen, so you got to try and finagle
Your
something else.
body, your
Yeah.
body, your body's probably changed a lot, right? Over all the preps, you have different changes and adjustments.
Yeah,
So yeah.
it has. But what's crazy is like, I get asked the questions like, I just got to ask this question last week. Like, so when you're in prep, do you increase your gear? I'm like, no, my protocol has been the same since 2022.
Oh,
I've gotten smarter with my schedule. Like, I try not to use pre workouts. I go to sleep at the same time every day. I wake up around the same time every day. I'm very methodical with my meal times. First is back in the day, I was kind of all over the place.
mm,
My schedule is everything now, and sleep is super important for me. So this is why I stay away from stems because you're already doing all this other stuff. Why are you going to overtax your body with a high stem pre workout too? That's so I've gotten smarter. That's why I think I haven't had to like go in mega doses.
hmm.
So, so yeah,
Yeah, that's important. I think a lot of people don't, especially taking stims, and then your
yeah,
sleep gets messed up, and then
yeah.
you're just tired every day because you're not getting sleep.
When I start feeling edgy, this is when I know I'm like, okay, I need to take a nap.
Mm,
I feel like that sometimes, like, or I come in here in the gym, I'm like, fuck, yeah, I don't want to talk to anybody. It's just like I'm tired. I'm like, it's not the supplements. It's just I'm tired. I need sleep. And some days you're just gonna have those days, especially on leg days. Oh man, it sucks. I don't even want to be in here on leg day, but I got to get it done because it's like I don't want to embarrass myself on my pro debut. Like
right.
I got to be in shape at least. You
Yeah.
know,
How many hours of sleep do you get a night?
if I check my machine, it's like 8 to 7.5.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I put a lot of emphasis on my sleep, and it makes me a lot happier. So this is why when I say I'm like, oh, prep is easy, it's because I'm sleeping. Versus if you go back to 2021 and 2022 and 23, I was getting like 4 hours of sleep because I was killing the caffeine all day at work and doing ridiculous stuff. And now like going into 25 was the first year I was like, I really put all that stuff out, and that's how I grew so much too, because I started using that sleep machine, and it just helped me grow
Oh,
because I was like not sleeping and recovering.
what sleep machine?
Sleep app.
CPAP?
Yeah, it works
CPAP.
wonders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it works wonders, man. Like I know it. You got to get used to it.
Yeah. Do you use the nose
I
one or
use
the
the
mouth?
nose.
The nose one.
I
Yeah.
never tried the mouth in it.
Okay.
Yeah, at first, as I was getting blisters on my nose, but I got used to it.
Oh,
You just
okay.
got to force yourself. No, you have one. You got to
Yeah, I
force
have one.
yourself
No,
to
and I
use it.
use it. Yeah, yeah.
You use it?
No, yeah, I
Okay.
use it just so.
I'm getting hyper. There's a little bit of caffeine's getting me
No, you're
cracked
good.
up.
No, I use sometimes. Yeah, sometimes it's I would wake up sometimes with that on me, and I take it off. I sleep for a few hours, and I wake up, and I'm like, oh man, this
It
thing.
sucks. I
Like
get it. Like
it would bother me.
I get it like 3 times a night, 3 or 4 times a night to use the bathroom, and I get back in the bed. I'm like, put it back on. You know how it goes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's I can't sleep without it because I stop
You got
breathing.
used to. Well,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean,
When I'm heavy,
you're definitely bigger,
like
right?
I have it in my car
Yeah.
right now because I'm going to my lady's house to stay tonight, and it's like I gotta have it or I can't sleep because if I sleep on my back, I'm gonna stop
You
breathing.
you just can't
Yeah,
breathe. Yeah.
because my airways is they're really narrow. They
Oh.
did a test because this is how I got it. I don't sleep good,
Oh
so
wow. So you've had this for a while then.
I got it in 23. Yeah,
Oh wow. Okay.
and I didn't start using it until like the end of 24.
Mhm.
So I hated it. I was like, this thing sucks, man.
You were trying on and off, right?
Yeah, I put it on
Yeah.
for an hour.
Yeah.
My nose hurt. I'm like, screw it,
Yeah.
just throw it to the side.
I know. I did the same thing, man.
Yeah, it's
I'd go on and off
worth
with
it.
it. You just
Yeah.
have to just do it. Yeah.
You take any of the other type of sleep supplements, melatonin or 5-HTP or anything to help you like calm down?
Well, I take 5-HTP at night.
Mm-hmm.
I take
Mm-hmm.
Somalize as a species
Yeah.
product. That really helps. And yeah, I take Somalize. And I do, if I don't have Somalize, I just take GABA, take
Okay.
a gram of GABA. And I do take melatonin religiously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I travel with all that stuff too, because it's like this crazy. I can fly over to the mainland. It can be a 5 hour difference, and I take Somalize, and like my body adjusts, and I wake right back up at 4 o'clock. You know. So yeah,
Got your
love my
sleep
sleep supplements.
protocol.
Yeah.
So, and this is daily then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to cut it out on my all season. I only use it in prep. But I do have a prescription for Xanax. I use it for flight anxiety.
Oh,
So like I always have a hard time sleeping like leading up to the show. So I take like a half a Xanax the night before a show just to help me sleep.
pass out.
Yeah, and this is like such a small milligrams. I don't feel it. It just takes the edge off, and I just go to sleep with that. I know we sound like a drug addict, but
A little bit. No.
But in your off season, you get
Bodybuilding.
off of the melatonin a little bit and the other sleep supplements.
yes.
But what about the other ancillaries like your testosterone and stuff like that?
After my shows, I come off completely for 10 weeks, and then I get my
Mm,
labs done. And if everything's good, I get back on testosterone and just testosterone, and I get on like is either Tyrannobol or something like that, and then the food's up, so I'm
mm-hmm.
training, and it's like a slingshot effect. I know nowadays people don't come off. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, why do you come off? You don't have to. You don't produce it anymore." I'm like, "Come off. I want to give my body my receptors a break." And they're trying to say science, you don't have to now, but
Mm-hmm.
it just makes me feel. It gives me a peace of mind because I hate doing shots. I hate it. Like when
Right.
I'm done with bodybuilding, I want to see if I can come off of this crap because I don't want to do it because my levels go up. My T levels always go up like 100 points when I'm off everything, when I'm off for 10 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And like, I don't start feeling like this prep. I didn't start feeling like crap until I was 8 weeks out off completely. And I was like, I'm
Oh.
starting, and then I started shrinking because my T levels are so low.
Oh, I see.
But I like not doing shots. I love it.
Oh, I'm the same. I
I
agree
hate
with
it,
you.
man.
It's tedious.
Yeah,
Pain in
it's
the
like
ass. Yeah.
I hear the older guys saying I know once I'm done, I'm probably gonna be doing a shot like once a month. Oh, I feel tired. Time to do my TRT
Yeah,
shot.
probably. I mean, you're
Because
definitely gonna be doing some kind of TRT, dude. You
might get
know,
the cream rubbing on my shoulders.
that stuff doesn't really work. But
They're always trying to give it to me. And the doctor's like, "You want? Just give me my testosterone."
yeah, those creams don't really work. But
Yeah.
what?
Oh yeah, another thing. If you got low T, try not to go on the black market. Just get a prescription for it. There's so many TRT clinics. Don't ask the guy at the gym. You don't know how clean it is. Just go to a clinic. Do it the right way. That's all I got to say about that.
No,
That's
that's
really
smart.
great
Yeah.
advice because I mean, you go with the lab and then they help you with getting your blood drawn and know exactly what you need other than just getting advice from the bro in the gym.
A
Using the
big
same
jack guy with
syringe
with
for
pimples.
15 weeks.
And he's the same. Hey, I know back in the day, well, especially in the 90s, like you couldn't even get, it was hard to get syringes. Like you had to have a prescription and everything.
Did I even get mine back in the day when I was 21? I don't know how I even got them. That's probably why I was using the same way.
You you probably got somebody's here, you can have mine. Like what
Hey,
one
the first time I ever, got it, somebody showed me how to do it.
Yeah,
That's a cop in my dorm room that showed me how to do it.
of course.
It was a fucking
Of
cop.
course it was.
He was like, "Man, this is gay as hell, man. I ain't gonna do it for you. I'll show you how to. I'll tell you how to
It
do it."
was this kid. He didn't want to shoot your butt.
Everybody in the dorm was like watching me, like, "Are you okay?" Like, "Oh, he's my friend. I work out with him."
Oh my God.
So
Some
brand.
kid. Yeah. Like, okay.
Looking back, that was disgusting. I'm just lucky. Well,
Man.
it was my germs, but I kept that thing sanitized and rubbing alcohol. So
Yeah. I don't know.
still not good.
But
See, now I have a job. I was working at Vitamin World, and I was
okay.
working at the YMCA, and I was
Okay.
going to school full time. So I was probably had like $200 to my name. So I had to be really frugal.
But still, those needles after
Every
even when you
injection.
put it in the plunger, it starts to really dull down, and so it wasn't painful at about your
It,
8th week,
it was
halfway
it
through.
was very painful. Sometimes I couldn't even get it in. I had to force it in. It was like tearing through the skin. So
Oh yeah, when you hear it, you hear that little crack.
yeah,
That
What was it?
pop.
That's not
it's
fun.
it's like one of those things now. Like I have plenty. I can just you can get
Well,
them off of
yeah,
Amazon and
I know.
stuff.
Well, that's
Like
the thing. It's so weird how they were so they're
These kids
so
got
hard
it
to get.
easy.
yeah, it's shit.
Oh, big time
It
easy.
was so taboo back then. I feel like I
Yeah.
remember how nervous I was. I thought I was doing the worst thing in the world, and I was doing it. I was like, so bad.
In
Yeah.
March, he had to go. cut out that film, the coupon in the back of the Muscle magazine, and
Yeah.
mail order it.
No, well, I do have a story because I don't know if I ever told it, but me and my buddy, we went down to Mexico because I used to live like
Gosh.
what was it, like 5 hours away or something like that. I forget. But we drove down there, and then I was gonna get some tests. I told this part of the story before, but I was getting test vials, and then I needed syringes, and it was the '90s. Well, I had the test vials, and I put it. I think I told this. I put it
In
in the
bread.
bread and all that in a cooler in bread because we were making sandwiches, right?
Yeah.
Cheese and whatever, bologna, whatever it was. I don't know, turkey meat. And then we got stopped
Oh,
at the border. And so then they pulled us in. So they're like searching the car, right? And so the guy's asking me, "Oh, do you have anything?" Well, I put the syringes in door panel, just whatever.
yeah.
And that's going to be so easy to find. You
Yeah.
just pop it off. So I just told the guy, "Oh, well, there's syringes in the door panel." He's like, "Oh, is that all?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "That's it." And he's like, "You didn't get anything else?" I said, "No, I mean I can't get syringes here."
Yeah.
And in the US. And he's like, "Oh," so he looked and that was it. Like
Mm.
he's like, "All right, well, we're gonna keep these and whatever." And I went, I just left, and I was sitting there like, damn. So I had one syringe that I had. That's why your story is funny. I had one syringe, and I was like, but the good thing was these were the pop off tops,
Okay.
so I didn't have
Yeah.
to put it through the rubber every time. So I would draw it and then I would inject it, but it was getting dull from injecting into myself.
Yeah.
But it wasn't going through rubber, which was
Okay.
good. Because if I had a bottle and I was going through rubber every
Oh
time, that
gosh.
would kill that needle. So at least, and I did I don't know, like a 10-week cycle with that one syringe,
That is
and I
not
did it just like
sanitary.
you.
It's
I did it
not
similar to
not
you.
clean.
I sterilize it, I'd heat it up sometimes, whatever.
I didn't do that. I should have did that.
I would heat it and then clean it and then alcohol it and then smell
Thing
it.
was
Yeah.
like,
I mean, it was whatever. You did what you did,
you ever
to make
had
it.
the syringes where it's not screw on or anything, you just pop it on the top?
Yes, yeah.
You ever use those and you're going in, you're
And it
pushing
popped
hard
off
and it gets
and it popped
bust
off.
all over the place?
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you wasted it. It's all over your leg.
I'm like, damn it, I gotta do it again. And you gotta hold it even tighter next time,
Those are
Those
stupid.
they're
That
sick.
was
They
a dumb
suck. They
design.
suck. If you got some thick oil, it's gonna pop.
Yeah, especially if it's like a 25 gauge or something. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, now a lot of people are doing like 27 gauge half inchers and they're doing like in the stomach and all that.
Subcutaneous
Sub
injections
sub Q with like tests and it's
multiple times a
slow.
week. Yeah,
Yeah. So
smaller,
they're doing small, like maybe up to
but
like
more
three,
frequent. Mm-hmm.
up to like point 0.3. Yeah. And then they're just doing it like 3 times a week,
Less
4 times
peaks
a
and
week.
valleys, apparently.
Right. And it's slower release. Comes down, just releases down.
I don't know how it's slow. Like I think if it's Sippinate, your
Yeah.
body still is a steady. Keep it Monday and Thursday or Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't see how microdosing is going to make any damn difference.
Yeah.
It's not fast acting. It's a longer ester.
Well,
That's why I'm like confused.
they're saying sub Q is a slower release because you're injecting it into the fat, right? So
Okay,
I don't know.
I want to see some studies behind that.
I mean, yeah, there exactly. Let's get some scientific proof, but
And it sounds like that's just painful. That just sounds painful to me. You got to do that
well, you
crap
think
all the
about it,
time.
the oil sits there, and then after like 2 days, it kind of hurts, right? There's no oil in there, you know. It's oil. It's not water based,
Yeah.
so you're gonna feel that thing probably for about 3-4 days.
I'm not ever doing that
Yeah.
crap. I think I tried it and it just sat there and I had a big welt on my shoulder. I'm like, I put it on the shoulder. It's probably
Right.
wild.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
I like going deep into the muscle.
Yeah, it should be deep. It should be at least 1 inch,
Yeah.
typically. So, but anyway, right, man. Well, I'm glad brought you back on the show. I know wanted to see what's going on. I'm glad you're doing a show soon. So we're really excited to see this
Hopefully,
year how it
I'll
goes,
get
man.
last place
I mean,
again or out of the top
hey, you know
15.
what? I mean, it don't. You know what?
It
Get
doesn't
up on
matter. It
stage.
matters.
No, I mean it
It
matters.
does.
But here's the thing: to me, get on stage, and I think just getting up there, doing that show, getting that show done, and then just moving on. I think that's
Yeah.
probably the biggest thing, right? Getting the first pro show.
I don't think there's been any open class from Hawaii that stepped onto New York, right?
I don't. Did Shaq?
He did.
I don't know.
No, I think he did
I think
California.
it's
Yeah,
Cal.
I don't think so.
So I mean, because
You
New
might be the
York's
only one.
pretty up there as far as.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one
Hmm.
for sure.
So we'll be looking forward to it. Are you gonna stream it?
In open bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll definitely stream it if he's up there.
I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you posted. I'm
We'll
probably
see
gonna have
if
my
they do
phone
it.
on Do Not Disturb and everything like we
Oh,
had
I'm
at
sure you
USA's
will. I'm sure you
because
will.
Dave and everybody's gonna be there. So yeah,
Yeah.
I
You
got to
need
be
to be
locked in.
focused. You need to be focused, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all, oh, it's
All
gonna be
right.
different stepping out. 'Cause it's like watching. When I was young or like my 20s, I used to get some those stairs that they walk down.
Uh,
Like I envisioned myself doing that so many times, and I'm like, wow, I'm about to do this. I'm about to be walking down those steps of all the other pro bodybuilders, and I'm about to be in front of the crowd, and it's going to be completely different.
yeah.
And it's no longer as like the pressure going into a national show. It was I was on edge all the time because everybody was telling me, "Oh, you're going to win," and I was expected to win. Now it's like I have pressure on me, but it's a different type of pressure. It's like I can. It's almost like it's not. I felt anxious going into like USA's and nationals because hearing oh yeah, or you get the negative feedback. Oh yeah, you're going to win your pro card and masters and this that and other.
Oh,
So
I see.
it was finally like when I finally won at USA's. I'm like, thank goodness, because I'm turning 35 on Monday.
That was a huge release. Yeah, I
Yes.
bet you were really
I
relieved.
was like, thank God. That's literally what I was saying when I went overall. I was like, yes, I don't have to hear all that crap online, people talking crap.
I mean, that was a big hurdle, so
Yeah.
yeah, I could see that.
It's just like I was stuck, man. It's like I would get
Yeah,
there with fifth, fourth, third, second, and I'm like literally every spot.
yeah,
I was like, at least I was consistently in the top five. I know a lot of guys don't even make top five ever, so I'm grateful for that. So
yeah.
I'm not saying being in the top five is a bad thing. It's tough. You go in the light any national level show like light heavyweight, all the classes are tough, especially when you have 20 plus guys in it. It's tough, and if
Oh
your
yeah.
condition is off, you're not gonna make top five. So unless you're a freak.
Right. And everyone's showing up. I mean,
Yeah,
everyone's good.
everybody's
Everybody's showing up. They're
people are quitting their
solid.
jobs. People are
Yeah.
they're jumping and getting dumped, and they're just to devote all this for a plastic trophy. No money. It's
Yeah.
not like the '90s or early 2000s where you can get get a deal with Muscle Mag
Yeah,
and
you win the show,
muscular
you
development.
sign a contract
Yeah,
that day.
yeah.
Like guys were getting
Just
like
imagine
$100,000.
early 2000s, I won USA's or '90s. Oh man, I'll be sad. Man, I'll quit my job.
That's what they were doing though. They would win the show, and like that weekend, they were signing with Flex Magazine or whatever
Leader
for a
athlete,
100,000.
man.
Like one of these or one of the big supplement companies.
Oh,
And they were getting paid like six figures. So yeah, they could just do that now.
yeah.
Just be full time bodybuilding. So
Oh yeah.
hey, anyway, well, thanks, man. Thanks for coming on the show. You got
Thanks for
anything,
having me.
Jay? How'd you, Mo? You good? Thank you, and we'll definitely have you back on
Sounds
after
good.
your little run, and
All
we'll
right.
see what happens, man.
And you can bring me back on a couple weeks prior to if I
Or yeah, or you know
don't have
what?
the
I mean,
energy.
if you want to come in before that,
Yeah,
that's fine. We can talk.
yeah.
We love having you on, and we're talking about bodybuilding and
Or in
stuff. So
between recap.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you'd want to come on because once the diet starts getting a little more intense,
Well,
I don't know if you're gonna be talking as much. So,
Nah.
bring me in. I'm off Monday, the Monday after New York,
uh,
and then I'll work Tuesday through that Friday. Then I'll fly back off out to Cal.
okay.
So I can come in that week sometime, or
Oh, okay, yeah.
before I fly out too. That'd be good. Like just
Just in between.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
We'll
gonna be.
see. We'll
We'll
see.
see.
We'll see how you
It's gonna
feel.
be a good experience. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say thing, but speak things in a bad.
Right. For sure, man. All right. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Paradise Pump. Aloha.